Yo, got this vid from Atozi. TikToker faces 9 years to prison after pleading guilty for a prank. What kind of prank did this dude pull to go to prison for 9 years?
Things have gotten so much worse for the TikToker who poisoned food at Walmart for a prank.
It's him? Yo, this is the guy that was putting, what was it? I think he was putting like a poison of some sort. Was it poison? No, I can't remember correctly, but he was doing something with the fruits, I think. And then supposedly he went back and then took it all out.
As he's now pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of adding poison and harmful substances to food, 1 misdemeanor count of endangerment, and 1 misdemeanor count of criminal damage.
He put some spray on it. He put, what was that, a roach? A roach spray? Hot shot bug, bed bug spray. Like, look at that, bruh. Dang. And he thought this was all cool about. Oh,
Dude essentially wanted attention so bad on the internet that he destroyed his life for it. And unfortunately, there's now many cases of this. So he's not even unique. He's just another moron headed to prison. But it's been at least 4 months since we've had our last update on this guy. And next month it'll be 1 year since I first started covering this dude. So there's a lot that's unfolded. So I mean, if you're lucky enough to not know who I'm talking about today, I'm sorry for taking out of your bliss, because sometimes ignorance truly is bliss. But this is Charles Smith, also known as the social media creator Wolfie Coletti, a Arizonan TikToker who went viral last year for basically being a public nuisance and just an all-around absolute scumbag. Wolfie decided,
I seen some of his clips too on Instagram, where he was just going around just doing some random as crazy stuff,
that being a functioning member of society just wasn't for him. So he became a self-proclaimed real-life villain and started recording TikTok content at the expense of random innocent people, ruining their days for views. Because as I've said in my previous videos, his content was essentially barely monetizable all the way up until the last few months before he was arrested. I think right before he was arrested, he was making a couple $1,000s a month doing this stuff.
And the fact he was getting paid for all this too. I think he just takes his clothes. I think this was one that I've seen too. Unless he just put something in it. What? This fool adds eggs too?
I mean, there's nothing like destroying what could possibly be this man's only set of clothes for some attention online. And the whole
Not only that, the equipment too.
ongoing theme of this guy is he always picks on the least economically fortunate, as his normal targets are either fast food workers, retail workers, laundromat customers, or dollar store customers. This could be because he's just trying to pick out people who won't
Look easy.
sue him. But you reap what you sow, and eventually, if you're a scumbag, it'll catch up to you. As sadly, what you just saw is far from his worst video. One of the videos that made him somewhat infamous is him dumping a bag of ice into a fryer while they were in business.
What? Bro, what?
Hey.
And
this fool walks out that back door like that.
When you
So, I don't even know what happened at the end of all that.
put way less ice into a frying machine. And of course, this happened at a Popeyes as well.
He did some more?
For people who work at Popeyes, man.
Nah, don't even touch that now.
I mean, hey, that was pretty much best case scenario right there, and that was with way less ice. So it's safe to say, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to realize how bad this could have gone. There is no way they didn't have to shut down the kitchen after Wolfie did that. Because I did go on and find another video where they put roughly the same amount of ice as Wolfie put into the fryer, and here...
Dude, can't this just like shoot up? Like, look at that. Can't you get like third-degree burns off that?
That happened. And I mean, this is honestly best case scenario. Worst case scenario, you burn the whole building down. Then you have videos like this.
Bro, how many times has this dude's done it?
Fried pigeon?
This food just brought in a dead bird. Yo, what the hell?
Wolfie, remember that.
Yeah.
And this fool drops his tag.
If you were going to make a list of his worst moments, it would be impossible to not include the lineup of videos of himself committing attempted battery with a cake, actual battery with a cake, false imprisonment and disrupting a business practice, and of course, poisoning food at a grocery store.
Nah, that one gotta be the worst one.
It's
God
wild
damn,
that
look
this
at all
guy
that.
makes Johnny Somali even seem like a decent citizen in comparison. But obviously, it was the food poisoning incident that finally got the authorities to take some real action against him. That was the video
Like, out of everything, you gonna try to mess with food poisons.
that immediately got him arrested by Mesa police in December of last year, as he turned himself in and admitted to the crime without any hesitation. Because, well, you know, when you record and post your crimes online, you are the star witness against yourself. When you film yourself committing a felony, upload it for the whole world to see, and then brag about it, there's no question about whether you did it or not. You're just making the prosecutor's job extremely easy, and your defense nearly impossible. So the miracle.
Yes, and then you got your whole freaking account just full of the crimes that you just did. And you're gonna turn yourself in over that little or that big ass thing that you just did. And then everything else that's down below is just gonna climb up on top of you, stack.
County Attorney's Office later indicted him on multiple charges, including introducing poison, criminal damage, endangerment, and theft. And after he was arrested, it was only a matter of time until they started digging into his past videos to throw
Yeah.
extra charges on him. Because along with the 4 other charges, a third-degree burglar charge was also added related to an incident at a Bosa donut shop.
Damn.
Have your name and date of birth? Charles Smith.
In an
Yo,
MCSO
this was recorded too?
orange jumpsuit, Charles Smith, who goes by Wolfie Coletti on social media, was in court for the second time
Dumbass.
in just a few days. Already arrested in Mesa over the weekend, where police say he took this can of bug and flea killer off the shelf at a Walmart and sprayed the
Crazy.
pesticide on produce that was on sale for anyone to buy, all while filming the action himself. The 27-year-old told officers he's a self-proclaimed troll and that he makes up to
Self-proclaimed troll messing with poisons.
$10,000 a month posting those videos on social media. The court paperwork for the latest arrest is sealed, but as part of his release conditions, the judge told Smith he is
Damn,
not
bright-ass
allowed to be
lights.
on any social media. And he's not allowed to set foot inside any Bosa donut shop.
I mean, by the way,
Just
this
that?
guy is 28 years old.
Dang,
Dude
he
has
just
a
threw his shit
fully
away.
developed prefrontal cortex, yet for some reason is spraying Raid, which is a cockroach exterminator on food. Is risking killing
Multiple
someone worth
foods.
social media attention? Apparently, he thought so. But last year, he had to spend Christmas in jail, and his case has been moving through the
he got
legal
arrested
system
since
since
last
then.
year?
His initial pretrial conference was originally scheduled for April 30th, 2025, but a minute entry in the case activity pushed it earlier to April 3rd, 2025. And this is where things actually kind of get interesting, because a plea agreement was filed for 3 of his cases in Maricopa County on April 22nd, and Wolfie was initially set to adult probation, but 2 days later, there was a change in his plea, and now he's
What?
officially pleaded guilty to the video where he sprayed Raid on the produce. The articles are reporting that he pleaded guilty to 2 felony accounts of adding poison or other harmful substances to food, 1 misdemeanor count of endangerment, and 1 misdemeanor count of criminal damage.
The man
Dang.
accused of filming himself spraying bug killer on Walmart produce has pled guilty to several
And it's the fact that he just filled himself too. How you gonna do something dumb like that?
charges. In December, Charles Smith recorded himself spraying the bug killer at a Mesa Walmart. He allegedly told investigators that he makes money filming videos of
And didn't he try to say that he went back and bought everything?
pranks. He'll be back in court on June 24th.
One important thing to notice after spraying bug exterminator on various food items is that Wolfie actually left the store for about 10 minutes. Then,
Yeah, and then
finally,
he supposedly went back and then bought it or something. so that people wouldn't get hurt.
He returned and attempted to remove all the items he had sprayed. So he then placed all these contaminated items, or at least the items he thought were contaminated, into a shopping cart and moved it to the back of the store. But the damage was already done. It's not like removing specific items magically decontaminates the entire environment.
You gotta wipe down everything from the freaking boxes that he was spraying them on. Like, bro, like, not only that, you're spraying it from far too. It's gonna spread out.
Baskets, surrounding areas, surrounding produce. This was a disaster waiting to happen, and he's extremely lucky, and honestly, all of us are extremely lucky that no one else was harmed from this.
No way, bro. So much wasted food, bro. Just for like what? A couple dollars? What?
But also, according to the court documents, it was unknown if he managed to collect all the contaminated items.
Because it was
Walmart
cut.
had to remove the remaining produce valued at $931. Here in AZ Central, it says the time between the defendant sprayed the items to when he placed them into the cart left plenty of time for customers to take the contaminated items and purchase them. So for 10 minutes, people could buy produce that he had sprayed with bug exterminator. Again, all for the attention on social media. I mean, this dude has been walking around like he's been invincible for so long now, and finally, it caught up with him because he fell into that trap of doing more and more insane stuff for content and views because he kept getting away with the last insane stunt. So without a doubt, there's a space for him in the Hall of Fame of Internet Morons because this guy has successfully played himself and ruined his own life for a little bit of attention online. So now, Wolfie is scheduled to be sentenced on June 24th next month. And that's when we'll find out exactly how much time he'll be spending behind the bars. So if this video gets 50,000 likes, I'll show up to the courthouse and cover the sentencing. And feel free to subscribe.
Wait, wasn't he? I could have sworn I seen him in a clip with some lawyer talking about Johnny Somali too. What, was he there? What the hell?
If you want me to go to the courthouse, and other than that, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video, so I would also recommend clicking it.
Nah, man, the fact that, oh my god, and it was the same thing too with that guy that stole that fool's chain. How you gonna record yourself after doing all that? Bunch of dummies doing all this. Peace out.